Thank you very much, Mr. Doug Smith, Canadian troubadour, for calling in tonight, telling us a little bit about his brand new CD. We'll be spinning that all week long right here on Amherst Island Radio. We love new music, especially local music. And you know what? It's a little bit of a stretch, but I'll call Ottawa local for tonight. So thanks again, Doug, for calling in and doing that. Now, we'll be back to Eric and Caitlin here. It's fantastic to have them here. Buck's Moonlight Revival. They're in studio to tell us a little bit about this, the importance of tonight. Like, guys, I did not know that this is going to be your first time on the radio or your first gig ever under this moniker. So why did you guys start this band?
Well, actually, obviously we're a couple.
Obviously.
We're not brother and sister. Or but,
full disclosure.
Listen, yeah. I don't judge. Like, it's okay.
But no, we met like 5 years ago, and then we actually made an album. We actually made an album like 5 years ago under a different name, and just because Caitlin had a bunch of songs that she wrote, and then I always wanted to make an album too. And then, like within 2 months of being together, we already made this album. That's somewhere on the internet. I don't know, but
what's it called?
It's called Maximum Ambiance. That one.
Was that the name of the band, Maximum Ambiance?
No, that one was Island Sirens.
Okay.
Maximum Ambiance. It's on SoundCloud. I'll link it on my website or something. I should probably do that.
It's a good little demo.
Yeah.
It's a good little starter project.
It was nice. It was very nice.
You should send us a couple tracks off it, because we love loading the database with all kinds of fun local stuff, right?
No, we will, because there actually is a couple little catchy songs on there.
Yeah.
Actually, they're all probably catchy. So yeah, we'll send you that.
Cool.
But no, we did that, and then we did a bunch of traveling and stuff, and we didn't really, play shows for that album necessarily because we were doing all this traveling, and then.
Really during COVID, that's when we got serious about making this album.
Yeah.
Had tons of downtime. It's been very creative time for us.
Like, it started 2 years ago because I remember I lost my job, and then I didn't have anything to do, and then I was thinking about like trying to rethink, what am I going to do? I don't got to get a job or something. Eventually I did, but what I realized in that time was I had to make music, right?
A creative outlet. You need a creative outlet, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really had that, I think, in a while. So then I was like, okay, we got to make this album so we can go play some shows, but we should have like something to say. People go and play shows all the time, and they're like, these are our songs. Eventually we'll record something. But I want to we should play shows, and we should have something to say, like, we have something already. Here you go. Kind of step ahead.
Yeah.
So started making an album, or trying to figure it out, and my laptop didn't really work. So I was so tired of computers. So I'm like,
Let's go analog.
Yeah.
Here comes the tape machine.
Yeah. Because I first looked up, I didn't even know, how do people make music without computers?
Yeah.
So then I found they still make like little digital recorders, right? And then eventually I came across, I was like, no, how did people do that before that? And then it was tape, and then everything online was like, you can't do it today. It's too difficult. Every time you got to record, you got to buy a sitter or whatever, all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then eventually, months later, I was like, you know what? No, I just want to do it. Like,
try.
Yeah.
What the heck, right?
Like everything is all about. It has to sound perfect bit rate, perfect everything. But I was like, all the old songs, they all sound kind of lo-fi, and it's just the songs are so good, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I just want to focus 100% on making good songs. So I got a cassette recorder, the multi-track cassette recorder, finally on the internet. It costs a lot of money, surprisingly a lot of money.
Yeah, because these are vintage now,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
And I have a whole bunch now. I have a whole bunch of different tape machines. But over like 2 years, made a bunch of songs, kind of went through different styles, collected a bunch of synths and harmonicas and a whole bunch of stuff, tape machines. And then it took a really long time, but like I left another job I had right before COVID, and then COVID kind of was like a big downtime that I actually kind of needed. So I'm not trying to make COVID sound like a positive thing.
There's a couple positive things
So
around there, yeah.
Yeah, there's little things sprinkled in.
Yeah.
So for us, it was all the downtime and then focus on the album. And that was like, the start of COVID, I was like, this album will be done in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And then that turned into like a whole nother year.
Yeah.
How do you deal with this, Caitlin? It's like how much time and money and did you spend to make an album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've made a sizable investment. We've got all our vinyls cooking right now.
They're cooking.
Oh,
and
that's good.
CDs and cassettes. So we're getting all the physical copies.
And reel to reel.
Well, listen, your timing is perfect, right? Because we're gonna come off this pandemic now, and people are rabid for live gigs, right?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to drive around, you could get a bunch of gigs, right?
Oh, yeah, it does. The whole thing kind of timed out perfect. And now we got this album, and we're pretty happy with it. Totally tired of it, but like we're very happy.
Don't say that, because I found it really beautiful.
Yeah.
I've only listened to about the first 4 tracks on the album. It's just totally beautiful, and it's something you can actually just have on and chill out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the evening or something like that. I had it out in the back porch, and it's just beautiful. We've of course been playing some tracks already here at the radio station, and we'll be sprinkling that into rotation for months to come.
Wow,
So
thank you.
you're welcome. Well, you're welcome, and we appreciate you coming by and also in sharing your, talents here live in studio.
Yeah.
So, have you guys got any gigs booked?
And this is the only one.
This
right
is
now.
our debut.
Okay.
Just
First.
contacting people. So anybody listening, you like what you heard a minute ago, or you want to look up, bucksrevival.com or Bucks Moonlight Revival on all the streaming, everything.
Like Instagram,
Everything.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
excellent.
pretty sure every single streaming service that exists, I
Yeah.
think it's on, basically. Bucks
Good.
Moonlight Revival. And
Yeah.
we're
Give
just,
us an email.
at this point, it's just like, it's kind of an album, like you say, you listen to the first 4 tracks. You got to listen to the full thing. I'll tell you that right now.
Good.
Because the album is, it's designed, it has an experience start to finish. And there's a side A and there's a side B. That it was designed that way. Because I knew, like, back in the day, you listen to Dark Side of the Moon, the music only stops in the middle. That's because we had to flip it, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays, people don't even take that into consideration. And then when they put out the vinyl or the cassette or whatever, they got to kind of work that around. But no, from the very start, I was like, no, this is a side A, a side B. There's an intro, there's an outro.
Yeah, it's like a concept album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And it's same amount of time on each side. It just actually worked out that way. It was like to the second, the same amount of time on each side.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my grandfather, John Aloysius Kinsella, he passed away before I was born, but he was a wonderful poet. So the lyrics from the song are from a poem book that I have in my hands right now. It's called Weeds and Other Flowers.
Wow.
So
he wrote?
He wrote this, and it was a
Whoa.
passion project for him. And his dream, I guess, he would send screenplays and send songs to, like, the Hollywood people of the day. And he was, his dream was to get his lyrics published. So we feel really good about what we're doing now because we know that that's what he would have wanted. So,
What a great angle story. That's a beautiful tribute to your grandfather for sure. Where did he live when he was doing this?
He was in Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah, he worked at a psychiatric hospital as a plaster by day. So some of the lyrics of the song, if you listen carefully, you can hear his experiences.
Wow, that is fascinating. Well, there you go, folks. There's a meaning behind these lyrics. They're just not thrown together for a poppy hook or something like this. There's really, really some neat things there. Okay, fantastic, Eric. Caitlin, this is great. Thanks a lot for having this mini interview. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it to a couple of songs, and then will you entertain us with a couple more live tracks?
Yeah.
Yes,
for
we would
sure.
love to. Thank you so much for having us.
You're
We're
welcome.
so grateful.
You're welcome. All right, folks. Well, let's let the professionals get set up again. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play a song request. Zach from Hamilton called us back, and he wants a second song. And listen, I like Hamilton, right? Everyone likes Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to play some Billy Joel right now. Why Should I Worry? Let's do this on 92.1 FM. It is your Amherst Island Radio.